I've generated over 300 million views and gained more than 330,000 followers on my YouTube Shorts channel. After seeing this level of growth, I can confidently say I understand the YouTube algorithm. In this video, I'm going to break down the most important principles you need to know to succeed in the YouTube game. Step 1. Be clear about your niche. Alright, if you're a small YouTuber, one of the most important things you can do is define your niche. Before we dive into any fancy algorithm hacks or growth strategies, this is where it all begins. Why? Because the algorithm is all about clarity, and if your content is all over the place, it's going to have a hard time figuring out who to show your videos to. For example, this channel. When you start a channel not knowing what type of videos you're going to upload and just start uploading random stuff, you'll be lucky to get 1,000 to 2,000 views. Think of it this way. YouTube's algorithm is like a matchmaking service between content and viewers. Its job is to connect the right video with the right person at the right time. But if the algorithm can't quickly determine what your channel is about, it can't confidently recommend your videos to the right people. So what does being clear about your niche actually mean? It means focusing your content around a specific topic, theme, or audience. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, hone in on a particular subject that you're passionate about and can consistently make videos on. For example, let's say you love gaming. Rather than making videos about all sorts of different games, you could narrow down to something more specific like retro gaming or speedrunning tutorials. This gives the algorithm a much better idea of who will be interested in your content, and it allows you to build a loyal audience. Now, I know it can feel a bit limiting at first, like you're putting yourself in a box, but here's the reality. Niching down doesn't mean you're stuck forever. It's about building a strong foundation. Once you start growing and the algorithm has a clear picture of your audience, you can branch out into other topics related to your niche. Here are a few quick tips on how to pick your niche. 1. Choose something you're passionate about. You'll be making a lot of content in this space, so make sure it's something you enjoy. 2. Look at what's already working. Check out other creators in your potential niche. Are they successful? What gaps can you fill? 3. Get specific. The more specific your niche, the easier it is for the algorithm to recommend your content to the right audience. 4. Test and adjust. Don't be afraid to experiment and refine your niche over time. See what works, but always keep it consistent. Step 2. The most important thing is average view duration. Okay, so you've nailed down your niche. Great start. Now let's talk about something that can make or break your success on YouTube. Average view duration. If there's one metric the algorithm loves, it's this one right here. Think of average view duration like a quality score for your content. It tells YouTube how much of your video people are actually watching. The higher the percentage of your video that people watch, the more the algorithm thinks, hey, this must be a really good video, and it starts recommending it to more people. A view duration over 70% is a good percentage. If you watch my top 10 shorts with most views, they all have a view duration above 70%. Here's why it's so important. The algorithm wants to keep people on YouTube as long as possible. If your video can hold someone's attention, that means they're staying on the platform longer, and YouTube rewards that by pushing your content to more viewers. In other words, the longer people watch your videos, the more love you're going to get from the algorithm. Let's say you post a 10-minute video. If most viewers drop off after the first 2 or 3 minutes, that's a signal to YouTube that your content might not be that engaging. But if people stick around and watch 7 or 8 minutes of that video, that's a green light to the algorithm that your content is valuable and engaging. So, how do you boost your average view duration? It starts with your hook. You need to grab your viewers' attention in the first 10-15 seconds and give them a reason to stick around. Ask yourself, why should they keep watching? What's the value? Whether it's suspense, valuable information, or entertainment, make sure they know it's worth their time right from the start. Here are a few strategies to keep people watching longer. 1. Strong hooks. Grab attention immediately. Don't waste the first 15 seconds with irrelevant intros. 2. Structure your content well. Make sure your video flows smoothly from start to finish. Tease what's coming later in the video to keep viewers intrigued. 3. Keep up the pace. Avoid dragging out sections unnecessarily. Quick edits, visuals, and energy can help maintain interest. 4. Trim the fat. Be ruthless in cutting out filler. Every second counts when it comes to holding attention. 5. End with purpose. Avoid abrupt endings. Give a satisfying conclusion that makes people want to come back for more. One bonus tip, check your YouTube analytics. There's a graph called the audience retention chart that shows you exactly where people are dropping off in your video. Study that closely, because it'll help you understand where you're losing people's attention and how to improve. Remember, average view duration doesn't just improve one video, it has a compounding effect. When people spend more time watching your videos, YouTube trusts your content more overall, and you'll start seeing more impressions and recommendations across the board. Step 3. Views matter more than engagement on YouTube Shorts. With long-form content, we know that engagement, likes, comments, shares, is super important. But with Shorts, views are what matter most. You see, YouTube Shorts is all about getting as many eyeballs on your content as possible, and the algorithm reflects that. While engagement is still valuable, the algorithm prioritizes the number of people watching your shorts over things like likes, comments, or shares. Why is this the case? Well, YouTube Shorts are short-form, bite-sized videos meant to be consumed quickly. The algorithm focuses on feeding users a constant stream of content. It looks for videos that grab attention instantly and keep people on the platform. The more views your short gets, the more likely it is to be shown to even more people. For example, let's say you post a short and it racks up thousands of views but not a ton of likes or comments. Guess what? The algorithm doesn't care as much about those likes or comments as it would with a long-form video. It's the view count that's the biggest indicator of whether your short is resonating. Step 4. Adapt to your audience. Give them what they want. Alright, now that we've covered the importance of views for YouTube Shorts, let's move on to something equally crucial: adapting to your audience. This step can make a huge difference in whether your shorts gain traction or get lost in the shuffle. Here's the thing, YouTube gives you a ton of data on how your audience is responding to your content. And if you want to grow, you need to pay attention to what's working and, just as importantly, what's not. Adapting to your audience means understanding what types of shorts your viewers love and doubling down on that style. If I could show you the content of my channel, you would laugh at me because I post the same content with little to none change in the editing and it still gets millions of views, no matter how often I post that content. So once you've posted a few shorts, take a close look at your YouTube analytics. Which videos are getting the most views? Which ones have the highest retention rates? These are the types of content that your audience is connecting with, and you should be making more of them. Oh, and by the way, this is another one of my channels where I experiment with different content. The key is to lean into what's already working. For example, let's say you post a few shorts about different topics. One of them suddenly gets way more views than the others. Maybe it's a trending topic, a viral challenge, or a specific style of editing. That's your sign. The algorithm is telling you, hey, your audience likes this. And now it's time to post more content like that. But don't just copy yourself exactly. Take what's working and build on it. If one short about a certain topic performs well, create a series around that theme. If a specific editing style gets people's attention, use it again in your next videos. Adapting doesn't mean repeating, it means evolving based on what your viewers respond to. The reality is, it took me 29 shorts before I had my first viral video, and I didn't fully understand the system until after uploading over 200 more. The framework I shared in this video is the exact one I use today, but like anything worthwhile, it requires time and practice to master. So, don't expect instant success if you're just starting out. It takes time to learn how to create content that really resonates. When I first began, I thought my early videos would go viral right away. Looking back, I can clearly see why they didn't perform well, and that's part of the learning curve. But if you apply the tips in this video and keep improving, I'm confident you'll figure it out faster than I did. The best part? Once you've cracked the code, this skill is transferable across different niches and platforms. In today's world, where attention is everything, the more you capture, the more opportunities open up for you. And remember, the key to success with YouTube Shorts, or any platform really, is persistence. Results don't happen overnight, but with consistency, a willingness to learn, and continuous improvement, you'll get there. Everyone's journey looks different, but the important thing is to keep pushing forward, whether it's your first short or your 200th. Every video is a learning experience. So stay motivated, don't be afraid to experiment, and above all, have fun with the process. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to see what you create.